Welcome to Creepy Conjures, where the eerie meets the unexplained. Step into a world of dark tales and sinister secrets, where every story is a doorway to fear. Dare to enter, and let the nightmares begin. Story number 1. Lila had always been careful. In a world ravaged by chaos and destruction, careful was the only way to survive. The sun had barely risen when she set out, her slender frame hidden beneath layers of tattered clothes, blending seamlessly with the desolate landscape. The cities were graveyards now, ruins filled with the echoes of a life that once was. Scavengers prowled the streets, hunters stalked their prey, and cannibals lurked in the shadows, always waiting for the next unfortunate soul to cross their path. Lila knew the dangers all too well. She had seen what they did to those who were caught. It was nearing dusk when she heard them. Footsteps. Lila's heart raced as she darted into the remnants of an old building, pressing herself against the crumbling wall. She peeked through a crack, her breath shallow. 3 figures moved through the debris, their eyes scanning the area with predatory intent. Cannibals. She had been running for days, her food supply dwindling. Hunger gnawed at her insides, but she couldn't afford to be reckless. The cannibals were close now, their laughter sending chills down her spine. One of them, a burly man with a scar running across his face, sniffed the air. "I smell fresh meat," he growled, his eyes gleaming with a predatory glint. Lila's mind raced. She could fight, but they were too many. She could run, but her strength was waning. As the cannibals drew closer, a strange calm washed over her. She stepped out of her hiding place, her eyes locked onto theirs. "Here I am," she said softly, raising her hands in surrender. The cannibals' laughter echoed through the ruins as they closed in on her. They bound her hands and led her to their camp, a sickeningly familiar ritual. They spoke of their plans for her, their voices filled with cruel delight. Lila remained silent, her eyes never leaving the fire that crackled in the center of the camp. As night fell, the cannibals prepared their gruesome feast. Lila watched, her hunger growing unbearable. She waited until they were all gathered, their attention focused on the fire. Then, with a speed and strength that belied her appearance, she broke free of her bonds. The cannibals stared in shock as Lila's eyes glowed a deep, haunting red. Her teeth elongated into sharp fangs, and she moved with supernatural grace. Before they could react, she was upon them, her fangs sinking into the burly man's neck. His screams filled the night as she fed, her hunger finally sated. One by one the cannibals fell, their blood giving Lila the strength she needed. When it was over, she stood amidst their lifeless bodies, her eyes returning to their normal color. She wiped the blood from her lips and looked up at the moonlit sky. The hunger was gone, for now. Lila knew she would have to keep moving, keep surviving. But tonight, she had fed. And in this post-apocalyptic world, she was the true predator. You've reached the end of another dark tale from Creepy Conjures. If the story left you with chills, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more haunting horrors. Don't forget to ring the bell so you'll be the first to know when the next nightmare is unleashed. Until we meet again, stay safe if you can.